How to finish what you start. This is a good one and a tough one, right? Or is it? Well, that's what I'm hoping to help you with today. Finishing what you start might not be as difficult and complex as you think. So, if you want to know more about how to follow through, how to get things done, and how to be more productive, then stick around because in this video, I'm going to give you my insights in how to finish what you start. This is the beginning of my latest series here, which is all about how to follow through and how to finish what you start. And today, we are getting into part 1. So let's get to it. So hey there and welcome back. I'm Alicia from Alicia Cohen Designs, where I teach you intentional planning and productivity. If you're new around here, would you please do me a big favor and hit that subscribe button? It means a lot to me, helps support my channel, and it's just really nice to know that I have supporters out there. So please give that subscribe button a tap, and now let's get to our topic. So here we are, part 1 of 4 of this series about how to finish what we start. And just so you know, I'm using finish what you start and follow through interchangeably here in this video. So that's that. I want to spend some time here today looking at the why under all of this difficulty with finishing what we start, because I think if we dive into the why, that it will make things a whole lot easier for us when we get into the how of all of this. Here's a plan for today's video. We're going to spend our time talking about why don't we follow through? And then we're going to put follow through in its place, because I have a hunch that follow through is such a big topic for you because you're treating it like it's a lion when it's really only a kitten. But more on that in a bit. Now, before we get on a roll here, I want to take 2 seconds to alert you to a freebie that I have for you. I'll talk more about it later in this video, but for now, I just want you to know that it's linked in the description below so that you can go snag it. It's called the Chaos to Calm Roadmap. Okay, so why don't we follow through? We don't follow through for 4 main reasons. Let's take a look at these reasons and unpack them a bit. Reason number 1, we're tired. Maybe we start something and then just run out of steam. And while being tired is certainly valid, and I wholeheartedly support taking breaks and resting when we need to, being tired is a reason that we give, but definitely not a permissible excuse, because we can do plenty of things when we're tired. Ever taken care of a small child when tired? How about gone to work when you're tired? Maybe even done a workout when you're tired, and certainly probably vegged out on Netflix or YouTube or something when tired, right? So we don't follow through, maybe because we're tired, but X that one out as an excuse, because we can do all sorts of things when we're tired. And when we're on the path to becoming people who finish what we start, we are not going to use tiredness as an excuse. Nope. So, if you're tired, you're tired. Take a break. Take a nap. But don't use it as a reason for not finishing something. You can start something, stop something, be tired, rest, and come back, maybe the same day or maybe not. Tiredness doesn't preclude you from follow through. Got it? We just gotta throw some of these unhelpful lines of thinking out here today. Out, out, out. Just as an aside, I'm not talking about chronic health issues that leave you exhausted here in this reason. That is a completely different beast. So if you are suffering from chronic health issues that leave you tired or exhausted, first off, I'm really sorry. That is so hard and challenging, and I'm not going to get into it now, but just know that I can understand on some level because I've lived it in my own way. And second off, just skip over this reason for yourself. That is a different kind of tired and one that I'm not talking about here today, okay? Just wanted to make sure I said all that. Reason number 2, we're unmotivated. This is a tricky one. No denying it. It's really hard to do something when we're feeling unmotivated. Maybe whatever the task is boring or unpleasant or just really not so fun. I get it. Now, we certainly can do things even when we're unmotivated, but this is a different beast than doing things anyway when we're tired. I can tell you, oh, you don't feel like it? Well, just do it anyways. And that will probably work for all of -2 seconds. So I will not be telling you to muster up some follow through when you're feeling unmotivated. That's just not the way to do it. There are some systems and tricks to use for this reason, which we will cover as a part of this series. For now, We're just calling it like it is. Sometimes we don't finish what we start because we're not motivated to do it. Reason number 3, we're overwhelmed. This one is also tricky, like reason number 2. Feeling overwhelmed can be paralyzing at times. We don't take action to finish something for a variety of different reasons related to overwhelm. Just like being unmotivated, the key here is to have good systems and tricks to handle feeling overwhelmed. Again, we'll cover this in our series. And reason number 4, that we don't finish what we start. We're beating ourselves up. Something like, I'm such a failure for not finishing that thing. I never finish what I start. I'm so bad at this. Why can't I ever follow through on anything, etc., etc., etc. And does beating ourselves up help us become better at follow through? Nope. Just makes it worse. And we avoid follow through even more because why would we do something that we're bad at just to confirm that we're bad at it? But then we don't do it and validate, yup, there I go with being bad at the follow through and whatnot. Ugh. It's just a rough, vicious cycle. The key to this reason is getting those same systems and tricks in place and also being realistic and strategic about follow through so that we get some successes under our belts and build our confidence. We'll address this within this series as well. One other thing worth mentioning is that when it comes to finishing what you start, maybe there's something deeper going on. Maybe some soul searching is in order to get some insights for yourself. Maybe there's something beyond these 4 main reasons here. It's possible, or maybe not, but I just want to throw it out there for consideration because maybe there's something else going on. Could be related to baggage that's being dragged around that's impacting things, or mental health that needs some attention. I can't tell you for sure, but just something worth pondering. Okay, we'll continue with our topic in just a moment, but before we get back to it, if you haven't already, would you please hit that subscribe button? As I like to say, you subscribing is kind of like the gasoline for my channel. It keeps things running around here, so please help keep this puppy running and subscribe. Okay, back to it. All right. The next piece here, time to put follow through in its place. Remember, I said that I have a hunch that you're treating follow through like it's a lion when it's really only a kitten. It's time to stop building up, finishing what we start into this huge thing. So let's do that now. Follow through is a skill. Is your mind blown? Okay, maybe that's a little overdramatic, but I quite enjoy emojis and couldn't resist the opportunity to use this little guy here. So, yeah. But emoji silliness aside, follow through is a skill. Why does this matter? Because when we build up follow through into this lion, this thing that's hard, unattainable, unachievable, and a big deal, we're turning it into something it simply just isn't. Now, it may feel very hard and unattainable and all that jazz, but I posit that this is the case because of giving it lion status. Shrink follow through down to kitten size. A skill, a little old skill. A skill is learnable. A skill is something that you can impact. Follow through is just a skill, just like knitting. Just like driving a car, just like cooking pancakes. So in the same way that you can learn and improve any of those other skills, you can also learn and improve how to follow through. Doesn't that help? Can you let out a big sigh of relief about follow through now? Shrinking it down to kitten status. Do you see what I'm talking about? I know I was joking around with the mind blown emoji thing, but there was also some serious in my joke. If we've been following through or not, probably, well, you're listening to this video, so not, but if we've been blowing up follow through to the size of a lion because it just seems like such a big thing and it seems untouchable. Well, when we put it in its place by looking at it as just a skill, and skills are learnable, then we're taking back our power around follow through. And this, I think, can be fairly mind-blowing, especially if you've been living in the space of, I'm just not good at follow through. So that stops today. No more. Don't believe that garbage. Follow through, or lack thereof, is not an identity. So don't make it one. Follow through is just a skill. So make a choice. Do you want to build this skill of follow through or not? If you have the bandwidth to take on a new skill building area in your life, great. But if you don't have the bandwidth right now, that's okay. But please, please stop beating yourself up that you're just not good at follow through. It's just not true. Instead, just be honest and realistic that you just haven't chosen to build that skill yet. For whatever reason, it's okay. And at any time, you can decide to build the skill. It's not personal. It's not an identity. It's not a character problem. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just a learnable skill. And when you're ready, you will knock the socks off of that follow-through skill. And for more on that, we're going to chat about it next time. I know. Ooh, to be continued video. It's just all too much. All too much what I have to share here for one video. So let's continue the conversation next time, same place, of how to best do some skill building in our lives, how to build this skill of finishing what we start, and some other good stuff. Oh wait, I didn't forget. Earlier in this video, I promised that I'd tell you more about my freebie. That's linked in the description below. It's my Chaos to Calm roadmap. It's a downloadable PDF that goes through the 6 steps for going from feeling overwhelmed in your life to feeling in control in your life. It's what I use in my own life, and so I created this freebie so that I could share it with you. In the Chaos to Calm roadmap, I've also included 3 mistakes to avoid when it comes to ditching overwhelm. So go check out my freebie and see what you think. As always, thanks so much for spending this time with me. That wraps up part 1 for today. Be on the lookout for part 2 coming your way very soon. And my parting encouragement, as always, if you are feeling overwhelmed today, remember that when it comes to planning and productivity, being intentional plus not giving up means that you are going to get there. Catch you next time. Take good care.